Look at that. I stole a poster. I had a bunch of these lying around, so I figured I'd grab one. Why not? The Astor Film Bazaar, which was on the Saturday the 29th. You've missed it. It happened already. It's done. Don't cry. I'm here to show you what I got and to involve B-roll of what I filmed. Probably without audio because, let's be honest, it's noisy. So it was great. Wonderful, nice day. I'll show you the haul as we go along. I've got to probably organise it to some degree. Alright, I've got it set up now. So this is the 29th. Got up, had a wonderful sleep. Terrific. 10 out of 10. My mate Mitch, who's a fellow subscriber of mine, who I've met through the channel basically, picked me up on the way to the Astor because my car not doing great. It's alright. Mitch is great. He lives close by, and it was on the way. So no one was put out, which was great. We got to the Astor by 10 o'clock. It opened at 11. The line was already going around the block, so that was great. We were in line for about an hour and a half before we got in. I had bought a big bag of Blu-rays that I think it was maybe just over 50 Blu-rays. I did end up selling about 21 of them, so I made $96. So that's a good start because some of those Blu-rays were mine, some of them were just from my boss. So I'm selling freebies, but fuck it, they were $2 to $5 each. Some of them were $2, a lot of them were $5, which is not bad, you know. The benefit is that I got Hyundai to come out because I mentioned it to her earlier, a couple of days earlier, and so she came by as she was hosting the Cinemaniacs booth to grab the bag and everything, and then just set them up. I'd already labeled them with $2 to $5 price tags and everything, and as the day went along, as Lee's collection that they were selling got smaller, they kept adding my stuff into the mix, which is good. I ended up at the table quite a lot as well. I got free entry into the place, not because I was selling, but because I had won a kind of lottery thing that they were doing. It was 3 people were able to basically win through online measures by, tagging your friends, liking this post, sharing it, that kind of bullshit. All done on Instagram, so my Collected Creations page actually won, which is great. It was funny because Joel, who runs Dead and DVD, who co-produced this whole entire event, came by, and because me and Mitch know him quite well, he jokingly said that he had rigged for me to get in. I still am taking it as a joke because I'm also like, I wouldn't be surprised if he hadn't, but also like, the only benefit that's happening is that I get free entry, so I'm not spending $5 to get in. Still got stamped, of course, I want to make sure. And because I had my handle, whatever, I got a Dead and DVD card which had my handle on it, which gave me a $50 gift card, basically, to go to the Dead and DVD store and save $50 on something. So after the wait to get in, and we walked in, whatever the fuck, easy peasy stuff. A lot of people already in there. It was nicely set up. They basically try the same thing every year where you'll have just tables aligning all of the walls and then tables on the inside facing outwards. So it's basically a big O shape. So you can either be walking through the left-hand side to go to the Cinemaniacs, to go to a comic book booth, to pass the stairs, go to Umbrella, some other places with like some other DVDs and laser discs. Then there was the Monster Fest stuff. Michael Laverty had a booth there as well, which I didn't buy anything from because all the stuff he was selling I basically already had, so I'm like, that's alright. It was nice to catch up. And then the inside circle of tables there's a figurine booth, which it wasn't really figurines, it was like this guy had basically pre-molded his own stuff. There was some Godzilla figurines, some badges and pins and stuff. A lot of just handcrafted film-related things, which was really cool. The next booth along was John Harrison, who was wearing the Squirm shirt that I'm currently wearing, as I had acquired that from overseas. So that was cool. I was wearing my Lee Gambin roll shirt, because of course I was. After him I think there was another table. The table after him was New Wave Video, who, of course, released Rubber's Lover, and I got them to sign it. So John and Maiko were there, who run it. I got John to sign it along there, which even he was like, are you sure you want me to sign it? Because I'm pretty sure they're planning to send out, or just like maybe with another batch or whatever, the inside artworks, because they want there to be like more quality control. They want there to be a barcode. They want all the spelling errors to be fixed, a whole bunch of stuff, because John was saying how like a lot of that kind of just went straight out and he didn't really get a lot of final quality control saying it, which is perfectly fine. It's your first release. that's just kind of how it goes. You figure it out as it goes along. So I like that he's going to put in that extra effort to get that stuff fixed up before the next run of stuff or during the next batch of stuff. But because Suzanne Boylan was there, she did a video essay on this release and on Strange Circus. I got her to sign it as well because she was at the next booth with Tony Mikas, who had come down from Sydney. Him and John are also part of the Imprint cast. That's the Imprint podcast for Imprint Films. I've been on one of their podcasts before, actually, for their holiday, is the end of year for 2024 special. So I got Suzanne to sign it as well, because I thought that would be fun. Great to finally meet her, too. We've been friends on Facebook for quite a bit, so it's... When you've kind of got that kind of film circle of people, it's nice to put faces to names, so it was great to finally meet her. But Mitch and I immediately went upstairs to Dead and DVD's booth because we knew that would be the most popular one, because Dead and DVD was having a up to 80% off sale, which was great because it gave a lot of people a lot of opportunity to grab a lot of boutique releases, mint condition, and I got quite a pocketful. So what did I get? Firstly, we all got tote bags. I mean, the first, 200 people or something got tote bags. This wasn't in the tote bag. This was, and that's not the price that was on the tote bag. This was a bunch of art cards for Cloak and Dagger. Umbrella had that. What else did we get? We got a art card for Coffee. None of this stuff is really that much in terms of usefulness to me. I got a poster for the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but I already have it because I have the big box set. A range of stickers from Umbrella's logos and whatnot, which is cute, sure. I like stickers. I don't also like them at the same time because it's like a question of what do you really do with stickers? You just stick them on things, I stopped having that, knowledgeability of what it's like to be a child quite a while ago, so it's like, I don't know, I guess I just stick them to my desk or stick them to my, a shelf or my laptop, my car, I don't know. They had a couple of extra things. I think this might be a sticker as well. It's from the film Trash Humpers. I don't have that. A Astor Film Bazaar sticker. A thing that's promoting Umbrella's video game, because Umbrella's doing video games now. It's an 8-bit style football game, AFL, Aussie Rules Football, and a certified Megaforce card, which is cool, except for the fact that I still have not watched this film. I should keep this, though, because I could put it in my case for Megaforce, because I did buy that quite a while ago. They did also have a bunch of collector cards that you could get as a mystery pack of, trading cards of horror films. All of which do advertise Umbrella's website on the back, but we do have the glossy one, which is Terrifier 2, which is a cute little poster for it. You get Psycho Gorman. We got the Love Witch. Howling 3 Marsupials. And Color Out of Space. I'm actually planning to give most of these to Phil and Caitlin because they love all of these films except for Terrifier 2. So, I think they've seen Howling 3. I don't know. I have that also on Blu-ray. Still haven't seen it. Went straight to Dead End Store. As a freebie, I will note that these are mostly all still in their shrink wrap, at least for the brand new ones. Where is my knife? It's over there. We have The Faceless Man. This is film number 1. This one doesn't, at least the barcode doesn't really work, so I swear to God I already had this. This one seems like I won't say, not bootleg, but just such an indie release. Like, this was a freebie that Joel was giving out, so, yeah. It doesn't have much in terms of detail. It's from Chapter 5, it's 105 minutes. It doesn't tell you anything about, English language or anything. It does look like it has an Australian actor, so I'd say it's an Australian indie film, but it's so very, specifically done that it's kind of hard to tell. That's why I feel like I already have it, but I don't know. Chapter 5 Studios presents one of the best films of 2019 that I've never heard of. Curious. The first Blu-ray I picked up, which I got for $25, was Severin's release of Blood for Dracula. They did actually have the 4K UHD, but someone had basically already, not pre-bought it, but had basically got it put aside so they could buy it later, which is fine. But I figured $25 for the Blu-ray. I don't have it. I'll take it. And of course, because he had just died, this being Udo Kier the other day, and I did just watch the Flesh for Frankenstein on 3D. So yeah, That's not bad. There's no alternate artwork or anything. But I do believe it is a 4K scan. It's all regions anyway, 1974 film. English mono. I'm surprised it doesn't actually say anything about it's... Oh, here we go. Now scanned, uncut in 4K from the original negative. So to be fair, Flesh of Frankenstein looked good on its 4K UHD and on its Blu-ray. The Blu-ray actually looked better because the 4K I have, because I got it from the same kind of market that this was at a couple of years ago, back in 2022. That is the wrong color timing on the 4K disc. It never got the disc replacement, and I didn't even know about that until last week. But I watched it on 3D, so I'm like, who cares? At least this, I won't have to worry about a disc replacement. But it does come with a bunch of special features, including several interviews of cast and crew. Actually, yeah, every single special feature here is, in fact, an interview with the cast and crew. That's really interesting. There's, no, essays or anything. It's just, here's a slew of interviews. How about that? Not even a commentary track. Now, I did end up going back for this, but I figure I'll show it here first because it was still a Dead End store. I got this from Dead End for $35. I still have the sticker on the back, in fact. Now, like I said, I did have a $50 voucher, but I used it not on this, nor Blood for Dracula. Joel actually said that this was just in his spare pile, so he was actually going to just keep this if nobody took it, but he figured, I'll maybe sell it at the market. So I've basically taken Joel's copy of Tremors 2, which I've been wanting to get for a while, but I was like, I didn't really care to get the limited edition version, but $35 for a limited edition, even though it is Region A, I don't really mind. I'm fine with. I'm like, yeah, that'll do, because I have the limited edition of the first film and whatever, and as you can see there, it's still a 4K scan and everything. I just thought it was funny because as I was leaving, because I bought it from one of the other people that was working there at Joel's stall, that I had to yell at the Joel, be like, sorry Joel, I'm taking this by. It's noteworthy that I have not opened most of these. But this is a really nice set. Again, the reason why I was happy to get the limited edition was because of just how nice it looks. You do get a double-sided poster, you get a booklet, which comes with a slew of stuff, including a bunch of essays and other artwork. I won't go too in depth into how this looks. You know, you get your standard artwork there. Your inside poster is the newer graboids that are in the second film. I believe these ones are smaller ones, like little chickens or something. Either way, they had this kind of artwork for the first film's limited edition as well, so it's just a nice little bonus. And yeah, you get your alternate artwork, which of course is what I'm going to reset it to. I just have to remember that this is a Region A copy, so I got the US version, so I need to make sure I put it in the correct player when I go to watch it, my Region A player. Now, despite this being the showstopper that I bought, I figure I'll show it off now anyway, because it was the second thing I saw after the Blood for Dracula, and this one was $200. That goes for, at the time on Amazon, it was about $240. It's from Severin's website. I know I could have probably just looked up there to see how much it costs from their website, but, you know, I gotta count the extra $40 to get it posted, and quite big and quite heavy, and yes, it is in fact All the Hornsby Owls Volume 2, which they had for $200, and because I had the, $50 voucher, I got it for $150. And it's like, how many films? 13 discs, 24 international folk horror classics, 55 combined hours of special features, a 252-page hardcover book, and more. To the point that I still have the stickers, the crossed out 325 and the 200 that it was meant to cost. This is all regions plus one Region A. I think there's Bekeneko, the Avengeful Spirit, and Nung Nak. Is both from Region A. It does tell you at least on the bottom, I have Volume 1. Volume 1 is a tremendous set. I haven't watched most of them. I've watched like maybe 3 films. But this one comes with a bunch of them. But the most important one to me, it comes with the City of the Dead. Oh, interesting. So what do you got? Akela, Bakaniko, Avengeful Spirit, Beauty and the Beast from 1978. I highly recommend Beauty and the Beast from 1978. It is incredible. I watched it with Phil and Katie a couple months ago because they have this set. It's the only reason I want to get this set in the end, because it is an absolutely extraordinary film. Blood Tea and Red String, Born of Fire, The City of the Dead, Demon, So many copyright things. Edge of the Knife, The Enchanted, From the Old Earth, Eo Island, from 1977. Fuck yeah, I got a 77 film on this. I'm happy about that. Litan, Nang Nak, Nazareno, Cruise, and the Wolf, The Ninth Heart, November, Psychomania, Rites of May, Scales, Sundal Belong, Susanna, the Queen of Black Magic, The Fire You Come at Last, The White Reindeer, Who Fears the Devil. So that's several films. I will not be unboxing this today. That'll be at a later time. Of course, I went back downstairs, decided to hang out with some friends and whatever. My mate, old lecturer Craig, was upstairs as well. Michael Graves was up there. So many people were upstairs that I knew. Not as many as I knew, but enough people, you know. I didn't buy anything else from upstairs, to my knowledge. At least nothing here screams something I bought from upstairs. So there's that. However, I went back downstairs to hang out with Cinemaniacs, everything, see how all the things were going. Some of my Blu-rays had sold. I was happy about that. Ran into John Harrison, of course, and he gave me this. Just because he could. I didn't even have to buy it, which is great. Creature from Black Lagoon figurine. I've basically purposely avoided buying so many of these reaction figures because I don't like the designs of them in contrast to the actual how the creature actually looks. Not to say I'm not thankful that I got it, because it's sure, I'll fucking take it. But it's cute, you know. It's one of those figures you kind of keep on its as a collectible figure on its card. And that's basically all you do with it. If I ever got one that was in its box, I would take it out. But you know, you're not going to get much out of it. You pull its arms up, you bend its back a little bit. Hooray, spooky stuff. But as someone who loves Creature, I'm always going to collect them. So much appreciated, John. It's a fun little bonus, which I didn't expect, because I met several of my subscribers were there on the Saturday, which was great. I even met Rick, who works at Outrun DVD. He had no idea that I had placed an order the night before. He said that he would have brought it otherwise, which is amusing to me because I did pay $10 for shipping, because you have to. So that's going to be great when that stuff comes in. I did, however, run into, I believe his name was Colin. I've probably forgotten because I'm so shit with names. One of the subscribers of mine had just was in Japan the same time as me, which was really cool. But yeah, I think was he going? No, Mitch was going next year, so I was giving Mitch recommendations as to places to go. But Colin was talking to me. I'm pretty sure I've met him before. His face was familiar enough, but I always have to reiterate what your name is because I'm bad with names. Decent with faces, bad with names. He gave me some Godzilla cards from 1996. They're older than me. How fucked is that? We have this one here, which is nicely shiny. So this is Godzilla Reigns. It is card number 2. What city did Godzilla defend in Destroy All Monsters? A. Moscow. B. Paris. C. New York. The answer, of course, is C. New York City. New York City. That's a cool little card. And also this one, which is a single-sided one. Trying to avoid the glare. The rainbowy colours is not really as obvious when you look at it normally. That's just part of... Actually, it kind of is. I'm not going to lie. But of course, this is Burning Godzilla. And he's crisp, shiny. It's got some texture. Oh, no, it doesn't actually have. I think it must be buried texture under a layer to make the shiny gloss and whatever. So I don't know how well this comes out on camera. But it's very nice. And I like these things. I just blue tack them to my shelf or whatever because I got a whole shelf full of Godzilla figures. Because of course I do. I believe this was also in the bag from the Film Bazaar bag, was this poster for Night Beast, which looks so low quality, but also I feel like it's just because it's the artwork. Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz presents Don Dohler's 1982 classic. For some reason I have this as a poster. I don't know why, but it is numbered to 36 of 100. So I think that these were in the bag. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it would have fit. So I got a limited edition poster of a film I've never heard of. I don't know what I'm going to do with this shit. Then I had the joy of going to, after chatting with New Wave Video, I went to Tony's booth where I bought a selection of films. What did I buy? Oh my god. To start off, we have Motel Hell. This is the Arrow Video release, the alternate artwork, which I got for 15 bucks. I know that because the sticker's still on the back, even though I moved it there. Really nice release. Again, this was a second-hand one, but again, it still came with its original booklet, which is great. DVD and Blu-ray, and the original artwork as well, which is buried under there, as you can see. Yeah. That was how it was originally posed with that artwork. I only bought this because I literally just went through that whole, was it Kevin Connor? Yeah, Kevin Connor box set from Imprint, the Tales of Adventure number 8, I believe it was, with, like, the time that, the land the time forgot, and, you know, the At the Earth's Core and stuff like that. There's an interview with him talking about the making of this film and how he went to Hollywood and did stuff like this and whatever, so I figured, look, I don't have it. I might as well get it. 15 bucks, why not? A lot of that was the mentality. 15 bucks, why not? Well, this one was 55 bucks, which is With Nail and I, the 4K UHD from Arrow Video, which is a film I've been wanting to watch for a very long time. I've basically kept actively avoiding it in terms of buying it, but it comes with its booklet, and it comes with the case. There's nothing else in it. I question, of course, if there was meant to be a J card or something, but there's all the text is on the back, so I doubt it. But also, given that oh, Lover's Lane, given that everything else was still in here, I did reverse the artwork as well. But it's all 4K UHD and everything. Bunch of special features. Obviously, it tells you all there. I know Criterion's got a 4K of this. I know that Imprint is releasing a Blu-ray of this, but it's like a pretty yucky, old, at least an old transfer. I don't think it's come out yet, but I import so many of those films, I'd prefer to get them than to get them from Imprint. Simple as that. This one, I had to change the cases. I literally had to break it open because well, I got Juno for 10 bucks. I didn't notice at the time it had the lock in it. You know how when you used to get Blu-rays, you'd had that lock, and they had to like open it up for you when you took it, or like if it's a library, you have to get the library to open it up so people can't just steal the discs. Yeah, that was really annoying because this had a lock and it was brand new, like not in plastic or anything. So I ended up getting a knife, cutting out the plastic, taking out the artwork, and I used a Chubba Chub that I'd gotten from the market that was in the umbrella bag, and the Astor bag, and just snapped it open. The case is fine, got rid of the lock and everything, but I just can't use the case now because the plastic is gone, but who really cares? Had a bunch of the spare ones, because of course I got a bunch of spare Blu-rays, and I watched Juno, which is a nice 50 gigabyte dual layer disc. I did actually watch this last night as well. Comes with a bunch of special features, including outtakes, making ofs, gag reels, commentaries, and whatnot. So, yeah, really good film. Really good transfer as well for a, 2008 film, 2007 film. It has both copyrights here, but it's 2007. I'm happy with this, though. I've been wanting to rewatch it for years now, and I'm happy I did. 10 bucks, can't go wrong. This one, which is brand new, which was $20 from Tony's store, which I actually picked up the second time around, Color Out of Space. I just don't have this. I had watched it in cinemas back in, 2018? Can't say I was a huge fan of it. That kind of Lovecraftian horror films isn't always my cup of tea, given it's not a very easy film to buy anymore, even on the Umbrella web store. And for 20 bucks, I figured why not? I think no reversible artwork. Interesting. It's just a disc. That's unique. But the reason I really wanted to get it, because outside of it coming with a making of and deleted scenes, it also comes with the 2014 feature-length documentary Lost Soul: The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau. So it's 2 features in 1 disc. So for 20 bucks to buy 2 features, and it doesn't tell you how long the second feature is, but obviously you can just look that up on Letterboxd. But yeah, I figured that was a pretty fun thing. This is a 2019 film. Okay, cool. So yeah, I figured it was about time I bought it, and mint condition, why not? I have no idea how Tony gets some of these films and just has them just still in their plastic, but I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. And the last 3 films I got, one of which was a birthday gift, the other 2 I bought from Umbrella, so we'll get into those. They had a bunch of box sets there for sale, which was excellent. I really wanted to get the Freaked one, but I've technically already ordered it. I say technically because I might have to cancel the order. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. I have to wait till Monday to find out. which is kind of annoying. So the first film we got is Ransom, with the Sean Connery film with Ian McShane, directed by Casper Reg. Never heard of Casper Reg before, but this is the limited edition, standard edition one. It's number 9 of 1200 with a feature-length commentary, a Kim Newman on Sean Connery, a Sean Connery 70s trailer reel. So that's not bad. I can't say I was immediately like, I gotta get Ransom. I know that John Harrison did do an essay on the limited edition version, which I don't know if they even have on their store anymore. And of course, you can change the artwork around to get rid of the classification M-rated sticker. I've got a friend, trying to remember, Philip Jeffries, who really liked this film, actually. He gave it, like, I think maybe 4 or 5 stars or something on Letterboxd. Like, he was saying it's a really solid Sean Connery-led, like, thriller. So, and it's from the 70s too, isn't it? 74. So, you know, sure, political thriller from the 70s. It's not a bad genre. The reason I got it was basically because I could either spend $30 on one film or buy two for $50, so $25 each. And I got Houseboat Horror. I've been wanting to buy Houseboat Horror for a very long time. I kept wanting to get it at JB, but every time I went to buy it, it was like, it kept going up in price, which they keep saying that happens to JB, and I don't believe it until I look at Houseboat Horror, and I'm like, yeah, no, I believe it. Because I could have sworn Houseboat started at like $30, it went up to almost 50, but this is, again, one of their limited of 1,000 units with the J card and whatever, which is great. This is banned in Queensland, but it comes with the J card and the sleeve, and of course alternate artwork and whatnot, which is always great. This is a Australian film, banned in I think it's Australian. I know it was just banned in Queensland. Does that mean that it was actually made in Australia? Because I have no idea. So amusingly, the slipcover, which has different artwork, again, this says, Vacation at a Lake Infinitely, a beautiful place to... Vacation at Lake Infinity, a beautiful place to die. Sometimes I don't know how I learned how to read. It does have alternate artwork on the inside, so it's not just that artwork there, there's that artwork there, which I might stick with, because that looks like a good, like, VHS kind of rip. Yeah, it looks like the kind of cheesy, like, again, Houseboat Horror. It's not bad in terms of its artwork, I dig it. But there was, like, a good restoration of this, which obviously is this version that Umbrella's done, that Jarrett Garn did a... selection of special features for. But yeah, it's apparently a really cheesy kind of, how would you describe, piece of shit? As it says, before Tommy Wiseau entered the room and James Wynn took flight with Birdemic, Ollie Martin welcomed audiences aboard Houseboat Horror. Shot on video, banned in Queensland, and distributed with the world's first gratuitous violence and blood gush guarantee. Houseboat Horror is pure homegrown hilarity, and quite possibly the most quotable film in SOV cinematic history. I don't know what SOV actually means. Someone will have to define that for me in the comment section. Newly remastered feature presentation. Oh, shot on video, isn't it? That one, shot on video, of course. I hate acronyms. Newly remastered feature presentation, audio commentary with comedian Tony Martin and film historian Jarrett Garn, who actually sold me the imprint box set for Malcolm X. I bought it from his eBay, which he bought up with me. He mentioned to me, I saw him yesterday at the market, and he was like, I sold you that copy of thing. He was waiting for the thumbnail to pop up. He knew one of my hauls, it would be me, that it was there, and I put it on the fucking thumbnail. So that's funny. So now I know what his eBay store is, and he actually has a Blu-ray I want to buy. He has a completely different film I want to buy, so I might message him to see if he's going to come by to a future Cinemaniacs, because I want to buy one off him without having to pay for shipping. So one that was actually shown at the Cinemaniacs a couple of years back. I'll message him about it. It's fine. Bunch of 30th anniversary Monster Fest Q&A with a bunch of people. Just a lot of special features. Like, this is an insane lot of special features that I don't know anyone else who worked on this, but hey, like I said, crazy shit. So the reason, of course, I bought Houseboat Horror was because I saw it there. It was the only copy they had. And I'm like, oh, Houseboat Horror, and I can get it with Ransom, because it was the only other of these 2 for $50 I figured I'd buy. So, that was good. I'm happy with that. So I had mentioned, of course, I put in my order for Dogma. Ooh, Dogma. I also just had a knife come towards me. That was smart. Dogma and Freaked, the collector's edition sets, which... Anyway, all of me, wow, all of me, fucking A. This is number 160 of 500. My friend Nadine Whitney, the illustrious Nadine Whitney, who wrote an essay in this, gave this to me for my birthday. She messaged me on Friday and said, hey, don't buy this. And she sent me a picture of, like, from the imprint, from the Umbrella website, and I immediately responded, like, thinking, oh, God, there must be something wrong with the disc or something. And then I realized immediately, she's bought me a copy, hasn't she? My immediate response was a gif of just Michael Scott going, oh no. So hopefully I'll get that cancelled. Hopefully. If not, I don't know. It doesn't matter. So yeah, got the limited edition. Comes with obviously a little thingy which I got to take the goop off of that. This was one that I was planning to get from who was it? Vestron or someone in the US did a release that was like impossible to get unless you got it from their website, which you can only get if you're in the US because it's like Lionsgate or whatever. This book is stuck in here. Oh, I got it. It's all good. Let's take a look at this release, shall we? Wow, look, hardcover and everything. My God, I gotta watch this. Oh, it's got wow, look at that artwork. It flips. Haha. Wow, crazy. That's nuts. Nuts and bolts. Bolts and nuts. So yeah, Lee had produced a video essay for the American release, which I believe Cerise Howard did that. But again, that was like came out after his death and everything, and it's probably one of the only releases I'm not going to get that Lee had contributed to because he didn't actually, it's not his voice on it. It's just him producing it so that Cerise could do her video essay, whatever. Which is still nice. Maybe one day I'll get a copy of it or whatever, but I'm not overly fussed. You get a poster. I don't really think that's worth showing off, given how it's just the same artwork with the alternate artwork, but that's cool. And of course, your booklet, which features purple, my favourite colour, Steve Martin, one of those comedians, and a sexy woman. Sure, wow, it says everything you want in the movie. Alright, what do we have? Look who's on the first page. All of him, Steve Martin's Body Electric. Eclectic, actually. Eclectic. Ha! I think Body Electric. I think is that meant to be a joke on Body Electric from Fame? In this case, it's Body Eclectic. Good job, Nadine. 10 out of 10. Oh, look, The Jerk. I haven't watched that. There's so many Steve Martin movies I haven't seen. But yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch. The first line of the second... No wonder why she watched my video talking about Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. By the time Steve Martin ostensibly retired from stand-up comedy, he was akin to a rock star. People cheered at my shows, but they didn't laugh, Martin said in So Many Steve's Afternoons with Steve Martin in his audio memoirs collected by Adam Gopnik. He was a wild and crazy guy who would combine music, those close magic tricks, balloon animals, logic puzzles, physical comedy, and absurdist and knowing routine which deconstructed the notion of jokes and a kind of audience participation that skyrocketed him to the most successful stand-up comedian of the late 1970s. He'd relocated to New York from his California home, made several albums, appeared on Saturday Night Live, had a cameo in the Muppet movie 1979, plus a part in the widely derided jukebox musical Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band 1978, singing Maxwell's Silver Hammer in a skit that seemed tailor-made for Martin and one he would give a chance to improve as the dentist Oren Scavello, DDS, in 1986's Little Shop of Horrors. Hooray! She mentioned that movie that sucks. No wonder why she's asking me about it. It's a bad movie. But yeah, so this covers his career, which looks great. And it talks about All of Me. He's made so many movies. A bunch of them are getting recent Blu-ray releases, which is really cool. Wait, he did a movie called Novocaine? Does that mean the other Novocaine is a remake? That would be kind of... Where does she say Novocaine, or is it just a poster that she displays here? Anyway, if someone can let me know if Novocaine is meant to be a remake of Novocaine, then cool, thanks. But yeah. So that's her essay, which is cool. Then you get one by Cynthia Wang, which covers the alternate like lifestyle where you body swap movies and whatever, which is cool. Phil Alden Robinson talks All of Me, which is by David Michael Brown, which seems to be an interview. Well, it's still... no, actually, it is an interview. It starts off with a little essay thing before becoming an interview. And, yeah. Hooray. Good job to the team at Umbrella. Yay. I will read this, Nadine. I just need to actually watch the movie first. I haven't done that yet. How about that? That was all of it. That's everything. So, as an overall... that was a pretty fun day. I had obviously got all that stuff. I tried to not buy a lot of stuff. I spent maybe $350 maximum. And again, made $96 from selling Blu-rays. I ended up staying an extra hour till between 4 to 5 when it closed. It closed at 5, but I just stayed there the extra hour just in case I could sell something, which I did not. So I was just standing there wasting time, as you do, because the Cinemaniacs packed up and left. They had been there since like 8 o'clock or something. It had been a long day for a lot of people. But it was wonderful to catch up with people. It was wonderful to meet people, especially some subscribers and even Rick from Outrun. It's just cool. It was great that Joel put this all together with the help of the Astor and Umbrella Entertainment, so huge props to them. Yeah. No, I think it went smoothly, unlike my speech patterns. And the car crash. There was a car crash that happened outside. Whew. The one time I'm outside just with friends because some of my friends smoke and someone gets T-boned. What are the odds? So that was riveting stuff. But no, I'm very happy with this haul. So many good movies that I finally got in. So many that I had no particular mindset of what I wanted to do on that day except for sell some movies, hang out with friends, and get my copy of Rubber's Lover signed because I thought that would be funny. But yeah, all the Hornsby Hour said I'm exceptionally happy to have that. I've been waiting to get that for a while. Same as Houseboat Horror. And of course, Tremors 2, if I'm meant to be excited about that or not. I don't know. Anyway, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and for those who came by and said g'day and whatnot. Obviously, always good to meet and to re-meet subscribers, because so many days go past between meeting actual people who follow my channel, and I feel so sorry for everyone who does, but that's just because I don't have that kind of ego complex of liking the stuff I make. You know, self-imposed torture. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you kids next time, and come to the Cinemaniacs. The last screening is this Saturday on the 6th. I have to date this video, sorry. The 6th of December, last screening. We're doing Frankenhooker. Caitlin Collar is doing a presentation. We're doing a Christmas party afterwards. It's going to be fucking baller. So come by, enjoy the craziest fucking 1980s film that you could possibly watch, even though it's technically 1990, but it was filmed in 89. Absolute banger of a film. And I'll see you kids next time. Adios.